We are joined now by retired Colonel of the U.S. Marine Corps, Senior Advisor for the CSIS International Security Program, Markie Cancian. Wonderful to have you this morning, sir. Thank you very much for your time. So there are some new details regarding what prompted that second strike on an alleged drug smuggling boat in the Caribbean. This was after the admiral's comments yesterday. Now reports that 2 survivors climbed back onto the boat after the strike. They were believed to be communicating with others while trying to salvage some of the drugs, that they were essentially still in the fight. That's the argument being made. Still, there are lawmakers who are dissatisfied with this, calling the second strike a likely war crime. Where do you see all of this going from here, especially after the admiral's comments and doubling down on the mission just hours ago?
There's a lot we don't know on these strikes. For example, this allegation that the survivors were getting back into the fight. Now, that's certainly possible. It would be clarified if the administration released the video showing that. It would put the second strike into a different context. But we have to get the facts. And there's a lot of murkiness here, reporting that Secretary Hegseth directed that everyone be killed. On the other hand, the admiral saying that there was no such direction. It's unlikely that the admiral would have attacked survivors on his own, survivors who were helpless in the water. If they were back in the fight, maybe.
So what do you make of now this 22nd strike happening in the wake of some of that murkiness that you outlined? What are your thoughts on those moves?
Well, these strikes are going to continue. There's no question that the administration is committed to them. I don't see any change to that policy. It's important to keep in mind that our policy on survivors appears to have changed, because after this first strike, on a later strike when there were survivors, the United States allowed them to be rescued by the Mexican Coast Guard. So there was apparently a change within the administration. One of the many things we don't really understand about the decision-making with this operation.
And of course, you know, tensions are escalating right now in Venezuela and the surrounding waters, the Caribbean waters. So what do you believe, sir, comes next in all of this? You have this phone call between Maduro and the president, terms Maduro outlined for leaving the country. The president said, no, it's a no-go, that deal. What comes next?
Well, the United States is like an archer who has drawn the bow. We have lots of assets in the Caribbean. We have the Ford, for example. The president has said that Maduro has to go. Something has to happen. It would be difficult for the president to step down his preparations without a major concession from the Venezuelans. On the other hand, his administration seems to be divided about taking action. One thing we can say is there's not going to be a ground invasion. The United States doesn't have the capabilities in the Caribbean. They do have the capabilities to conduct air and missile strikes.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.